Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Well, welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen Knapp, and I'm here with Sam DeMaio, the CEO of Showcase Remodels in South Jersey and expanding. So I'm excited to get into everything remodels, and thank you so much for being here, Sam.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so let's go back to the beginning when you first started Showcase Remodels. What was the impetus of that?
Okay. So way back when, I joined the military when I was 17. So my junior year of high school, went to boot camp, came out, finished my senior year of high school. And then from there, I bought my first house at 19. And then from there, I went into Camden County Jail. I was in Camden County Jail for 5 years. Not an inmate, I was a correctional officer. So. Oh yeah. So I was paying my dad rent $100 a week when I turned 18. That was like his thing. It's a big Italian thing. You have to give me $100. I think I'm getting a birthday present for my 18th birthday. He's telling me I owe him 100. I'm like, I owe you 100 for what? For rent every week. I said, okay, no problems. When I bought the duplex, I'm thinking, all right, cool. I'll offset my $100 a week and stay home. No, my dad said, I want half the profit. So whatever you make, I get half. I said, oh no, I'm out of here. So my mortgage payment was $850. My rent for the top floor was $750. So I basically lived for $100 a month. And then what happened there was I do a little bit about plumbing because my dad was a plumber. He had his own business, but it was just him and an employee. I started, picking up things only because of lack of money. Learned how to do the painting and all that easy stuff, which I was a horrible painter, but I thought it was like Picasso. But I literally painted my whole entire, it was two bedrooms. I painted the whole place in literally 17 hours. I was nonstop painting, didn't eat, just kept work right through. From there, I started learning how to do little by little. It was before YouTube, and the internet wasn't a big thing then. So, you can learn anything on YouTube. So what I did is I went to Home Depot, bought the Home Depot 1, 2, 3 book, which I still have in my office. Just trying to show the young guys when they come in, hey, man, if you want to do something, you just got to put your mind to it, and you can definitely do it, especially with all the access to YouTube and all these things out there. Very easy to be able to do whatever you want to do. And then going forward from there, I kind of started a construction business, which it was like my passion, because once I started, liking doing designs, kitchen designs, I learned the flooring, I learned how to install tile, and then, kind of built my business around, just being genuine, giving a fair price, and then, building the relationships. And those relationships, they carry through all the way 22, 23 years later. And, from there, I went on to be a police officer. Once I had my 10-year in, I decided to opt out and go full-time into construction. So from there, I bought my first flip property. By that time, I had 4 properties or 5 properties, rental properties, and bought my first flip. Bought it for $30,000. Took me about 6 months to fix it up because I did it myself on the weekends because I had my regular jobs going, my regular construction jobs going. And that time, I had one person with me, my helper. My helper ended up becoming my main guy. I kept on adding a crew. Fast forward now, I'd flip 2 properties and I have enough profit to buy a house cash. So I did that all the way up until I had, 25, 30 properties, and kept that going. My wife was wanting to kill me. She said no more after 20, but we ended up hiring a property manager. Now I own 48 properties. I pretty much lived off my property. So I wouldn't buy a car or a house or anything like that unless I had enough rental income coming in to cover that. Because my thing is, if I can live for free, that's how I live everything. That's how I do everything. We have no credit out. I'm able to buy my cars. I just bought the new Lamborghini STO. I ordered the new one for next year, the new Lamborghini Temerario. It's coming in. But we pretty much have a lot of fun. Learning the business has been a journey. It's been a struggle. I made pretty much every mistake you possibly can think of, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
That's amazing. You have an amazing story.
Yeah, it's fun. It was a lot of fun.
So going from, the military to correctional officer to police officer to doing what you're doing now, of course, there's a lot of work you do with your hands, but it is very creative. How has it been kind of stepping into a creative role?
So I think naturally, as much as I was the wrestling captain and the football captain in high school, I also had that creative side to me. Even growing up, 6th grade, 7th grade, I was the altar boy from like 2nd grade on. I always had that hustle. I always had that grind. Like, I went to Catholic school, so it was really cool to be able to do the funerals because you got paid. It was like $10 to do a funeral as an altar boy, so I'd go do that. And then, 7th grade, I used to sell crybabies and I had credit. I'm like, hey, listen, I buy it for 10 cents, sell it for 25. At 13, I had a little landscape business. I was the salesman. I knocked on the door, my brother and my neighbor, they were a little younger than me, about 4 years younger. I'd have them guys, they would be doing the work. So I'd be selling and they'd be doing the work. I'd come back and collect the money, make sure the job's good, customers happy, and, kind of take that and fast forward. And I look back and I go, okay, well, how did I do what I did? Because I never worked for anybody. I only worked for myself. So, learning how to charge, learning how to hire, learning how to do all these things. I think my background at military and also police, a lot of that's to do with SOPs, standard operating procedures. Everything we did in the military, we had a TM, which is like a technical manual where you go through step by step and checklist on everything that you do. You take a Hummer out, you take the truck out, you go through, before you do it, PCI, pre-combat inspection. You take it, you inspect it, you make sure it's good, you sign off, next thing. It's the same exact thing in business, in construction. But a lot of people don't do that because all they learn how to do is do the job, and they don't know how they do it. They just know it because they learned from, Billy Bob, who been doing it for years, and his dad learned from that. And, if they're doing it wrong, guess what? You got years and years and years of people doing it wrong. Even when I started doing roofing, I started doing Eagle View. This way I don't have to get on the roof. I don't have to measure because I really didn't know how to measure. I know how to do it now, but I figured they do the measurements for you. It costs $18. I can't even drive out to the job and then talk to the customer and get a ladder for $18. But I was selling roofs. It only cost me $18. You know what I mean? So then when I went to the conference and they're like, who in here is using Eagle View? I'm like, me. And then the old school roofer's like, you don't need that. It doesn't work. You got to do that. Well, listen, it works for me. I saw a lot more jobs than you, and I just got started. Trying to do, trial and error. So it's a matter of, if you don't give it a shot, you'll never know if you'll make it. If you don't, and once you start making it, the things that aren't working well, push them to the side. The things that are working well, just keep pushing forward through that. That's kind of how I got my whole life going on.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like you've had such a good mindset building what you have today. How many employees do you have now?
We're 65 employees with my main Showcase business, and we're 10 employees with my one-day bathroom division of the business.
That's incredible. It really seems like you just have one of those attitudes where you're like, I can do this, so I'm going to build it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As much as you say you can, you definitely can. And if you say you can't, you definitely can't.
Absolutely.
I live by that.
Totally. And then, so, remodels can be really messy and unpredictable. Can you think of a time where things didn't really go as planned and you kind of recovered from that?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
That's like an everyday occurrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. You just got to do the sum of the wins, and hopefully that outlasts the losses, and just never give up. So, like, perfect example is Sunday night. Actually, I'll give you the story this way. Monday during the day, I get a text from some lady I know, and she says, "Hey, is this your company?" So I look, it's on Facebook. Somebody 1 o'clock in the morning crashed one of my vans into the back of a car and pushed it 50 feet.
Oh no.
So I'm like, now, listen, that could end somebody's career, right? So, well, it did end his, but it could end, it could be really bad. So, thankfully, God bless that, no one was injured, and here he just made the wrong decision, and he's been with me for a long time, 12 years, and it was hard for me but I had to let him go, and I just move on. It's you just try and get better from that. And then as far as the jobs, like the flipped houses that I do, we're in and out, usually 4 to 6 weeks, unless it's something that we're doing an addition or something like that. I have a 42-point checklist that I made up for every job. This way, because we do about 17 to 22 jobs a day. So being able to have those organized into our CRM is very important. So I feel like over the years, I polish it, and we're still polishing it. Like today, right now, 10 o'clock to 11:30. I have my senior leadership. They have their L10 meeting upstairs. So we have a L10 meeting. I have a training center now. We pretty much have we have a podcast room too. And we do a
Awesome.
lot of stuff with the employees and try to build the culture up.
Yeah, I mean, I think hiring is such a difficult part of the job, and you have so many people working for you. How have you been able to navigate that?
Okay. So every contractor asks me, how do you hire? How do you find good qualified help? And the answer for me is I really don't know. Other than other than my experience. So in the beginning, if it's just you and you're trying to get a helper or trying to get a carpenter, it's really hard. You're not proven. There's no guarantee of work. There might not be medical insurance. There might not be a 401k. There probably ain't, because you're just getting started. And you're trying to find, A players, it's almost impossible. Working with a minimum budget too, you kind of build yourself up little by little. And then, once you start gaining traction and gaining a following and gaining customers, and becoming known in the industry, I feel like, that's when all of a sudden, something at a certain point starts clicking, where the employees, that you built the culture, they tell their friends who might also be working in the same field. That's just normally what happens. Generally, carpenters are friends with carpenters, doctors are friends with doctors, lawyers are friends with lawyers. So they start telling everyone how they're treated, and if you treat everyone like you want to be treated, I feel like that automatically brings in a handful of more than qualified people that want to work with you. So from there, I feel like that's where I have people calling me, reaching out on Instagram, Facebook every single day. Maybe they're just asking for advice. Maybe they're looking for a job. Maybe they're looking to do their first flip. Or listen, maybe they have a deal. So I did speaking events. I did for like a wholesaler. It was about 400 people in the room. After it was over, I was hungry. But there was like a line of people waiting to talk to me. So as I'm sitting there talking, this is what I know. Opportunity. We'll go back to opportunity. One of the ladies in there was talking to my wife, which my wife doesn't like to talk to anybody. She's very much an introvert. Like she does all the books and stuff. I'm not that smart, so I just do the talking. Right. So she started saying, "Hey, I got this house. It's in Margate. It needs to be sold by Monday." And it was Wednesday. So I went out there the next day, went out there Thursday. I said, "Yeah, I'll take it." Bought it for 500. I just sold for 1.1 million. So put about 200 into it. So those things happen to me all the time. So I feel like I'm blessed that way. But again, you got to work through the hard times to make the easy times. And even when it gets easy, it's not easy. It's just you've been doing it for so long that it's not easier. It's just you get better at dealing with it. So I feel like that's something you just got to deal with.
Totally. And, going back to like your hiring processes, I do feel like it's a trickle down from the top. And you seem like you have such a great attitude about things, and you seem like a great guy to work with. So I think that's probably why you've had a lot of success without really trying.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely crazy. I tell everyone, like, I'm nonstop working. I am nonstop working. Even when we go down the shore from Thursday, night after work, and then I come back Monday morning. But even when I'm, over there, I build a network down the shore now. So from October till May, I already have 2 of my crews already fully booked. So we got bathrooms, we got kitchens. I built a new construction house down North Wildwood. We bought Showboat. It's a motel. I bought it 2 or 3 years ago. I bought that for $1 million cash, and we put about 700 into it, and I sold it for 3.2 million. So just being around, down the shore, and you could actually have fun and make money. And then once you find friends that do the same thing, all of a sudden it's nothing but that. It's we definitely have a lot of fun, but I definitely work hard every single day.
Wow, that's amazing. And how do you build trust with clients who are maybe nervous about the process of renovation?
So I think what we did is a couple things. Number one, since we're more referral based than anything else, I think I'm able to capture, almost like a built-in cheerleader by making these clients, just by talking to them, making them aware of what we do, how we do it, and our process. So I think when we go to the sale, it's not like we're really competing against anybody. We're really not. There's zero competition. There's only one person I compete with every single day, and that's myself. So I try and be better than yesterday. And when I go into a job, like the other day, I went to another construction company's house. He called me up. He said, "Hey, I hear you're the man." He got referred by a guy who owns a real estate company. Separately, he got referred by a guy who sold his roofing company to a PE company recently. So, and I did that customer's kitchen, and it's not like anything else that you've seen before. It's really knocked out. Like everything glows. The countertops light up. It's like something out of it's like a Vegas vibe, but in Hamilton, New Jersey. So
Cool.
so when I went over there, I saw his house, and it's beautiful. I mean, you got fountains going on outside, and it's 7,000 square feet. The kitchen's 2,000 square feet, and he happens to own a construction company. So I'm thinking in the back of my head, why is he going to hire me to do his construction? But I went in there anyway, and he said, listen, I have 100 trucks on the road right now. And I do construction, but I can't do what you do. And I want someone like you that could do a design build. And I need your head. He goes, I already know what you do and what you're capable of. And I looked you up. And then when I saw you at that wedding a couple of weeks ago, I already knew who you were. So I already knew I was hiring you. So just let me know. It wasn't even like price. It was, he'll know I'll be fair. It was, hey, let me know what you can do to my master bathroom to make it the best. No problem. I could do that. And I think in starting to do things that other people aren't doing or can't do or just haven't done, and being able to take that on and give it that best shot. Hey, listen, do I hit every time? No. If that was, if I did, God, the only person that did that, they hung him to the cross, and that was Jesus, right? So he's the only guy that never made a mistake. But, for me, I feel like going into different people's houses and using my mind and using my passion to create, spaces that no one else has. I think that's been, pretty much my gift. That's kind of where I'm at with that. And, I got in and I do every Eagles player. So all the Philadelphia Eagles, I do all their houses. I do all the coaches' houses. I do, all those people just from, one guy I met after an Eagles game. And we'll talk about that another time because that was I met him after the game, and, we became pretty much best friends. And I talk to him almost every day. He calls me for advice. I mean, these guys, again, they're not really, business wise, they don't know sports. They're superstars. They pretty much get catered to their whole life until like they're done. And then once they're done with you, it's like a business. Once the business doesn't need anymore, they kick you to the side. So, from there, hey, you need to create opportunity. And for me, I say, hey, you got a lot of money. Don't buy that fancy Rolls Royce or that Lamborghini. Don't do any of that. Go buy properties and start renting them out. And they do that and make a lot of money.
Absolutely. I mean, it's such good advice. I mean, yeah. How did you get linked up with those people? Just through referrals?
So here I'll tell you the quick story.
Yeah.
So my realtor, so I like playing football. I don't like watching football. I got ADHD. I don't even watch TV. I do have a million TVs in my house. I don't use not one of them, right? So my realtor says, hey, listen, you got to come to the Eagles game with me. We'll get season tickets. I said, I'm not really interested. My wife's like, yeah. She likes it more than me. She likes watching it. So I guess her dad's big into it. I never got big into it. So I said, yeah. How much are they? Well, the tickets are 34,000 for the seat. I said, 34,000? Absolutely not. I said, yeah, but that's for 4 of them, for 2 and 2. I said, nah, I have zero interest in that. My wife's like, let's do it. And I said, what do you get out of it? He's like, well, you're with the players and the families after the game. You get special seating, you get special like invites to different things. You'll meet the players, you'll get work. I'm like, well, John, you've been doing it for 3 years and you haven't got anything yet. So I don't know how I am. So fast forward, first year, I go to all the games. My wife goes to all the games. She's, like I said, she's a bigger fan than me. A Monday night game, we have school on Tuesday. We got the kids. So I bring my friend after the game. I'm a little tipsy, well, maybe a lot tipsy, and I'm outside. I see one of the players. I have no idea who they are. I only knew like the quarterback's name. That's about it. My wife knows every single name, and so does everybody else. But I start joking around with him. I told him I could take him out. I told him I should be playing, taking a spot, and he's talking about having a bathroom done, and he knows because the guy standing next to him, I did his friend's basement, and it's killer. I did it like 8 years ago.
Wow.
So, long story short, with that, I end up getting his phone number. After that, we went to a club, and I got home around 3 in the morning. And my wife's like, whose number is this? So I must have told her. I forget. So in the morning, she texts me again, who's this number in your phone that you're texting back and forth? I said, I don't even remember. I'll be honest with you. She's like, call it, call it. I said, I'm not calling. I'm not calling. So I'm thinking, oh my God. I went to a strip club last night. I'm like, I hope the guys, I call, I'm like, you know what, let me just do it. I don't remember. I call and the guy's like, hey, Sam, what's going on? When are you coming over for my bathroom? I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God. Long story short, I ended up, linking up with him. I did his first bathroom. As we're doing his first bathroom, he had my guys ripping out his second bathroom. I never gave him a price for that. So I said, Vin, I got more customers. He said, no, I need to do all the bathrooms. I said, we will, but I got to space it out. Like I got this schedule I abide by. So I did finish his second bathroom because we started it, and then I came back and I did his whole entire house over the next year. And it is crazy. Like I'm good at I'm not gonna say I'm good at drawing, but I like to draw. So literally, I drew out like different ceiling ideas, and he goes, "Just do them all, do them all." So we did his whole house in crazy ceilings that I came up with different ideas that I thought fit his style and personality. And from there, he literally gave me referrals to every single one of those guys, and we became friends over the years.
I mean, that's a much better story than I thought I was going to get. That's
I don't know
amazing.
if I want to tell you; it's a little embarrassing, but that's what it was. That's what you get.
That's amazing. So I mean, it sounds like you just do the most creative, unique renovations. Can you talk about something that you're really proud of?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like doing it. So it's fun to do. Going to work, it doesn't even feel like work. It feels like, hey, what do I get to do today? It's cool. Either helping somebody else out or, trying to build somebody else up, or bringing some new talent. It's really fun to watch it unfold right under your eyes and watch it grow.
That's amazing. So what's next for your business?
So business wise, I feel like for Showcase, I'm at a level where I don't think I want to get much larger than I am. I'm actually very, very happy where I am. I'll let it organically move. But for my 1 day bathroom division, I'm all in. I'm spending $17,000 to $23,000 a month on advertising. I'm bringing in like pretty much a proven system because when I started Showcase, I didn't know anything. I didn't learn anything, and I learned so much just from one book, Traction from Gino Wickman. I tell everyone, I don't care what you're doing in life, you need to read that book because that book changed my life, definitely. And on top of that, I end up hiring the coach, which again, I thought I didn't need a coach ever. So I hired the coach from Traction, brought it in my team. We started doing the meetings. At first, I got massive pushback, massive, but no one wanted to do it. They're totally against it. And then after a while, people just start falling into place. Because again, I had great people, group of people that we worked together forever, but everyone did everything. So no one was accountable for anything. And the problem with that is, when an issue happens, say, hey, I thought you did it. I thought you did it. It's a bunch of pointing fingers and nothing gets done. Versus now you have accountability. You have, everyone has a box. I think the biggest thing what I did wrong was, I don't know if it's wrong, it's just loyal. Some of the people that work for me, they don't fit in that box. That should be. I make adjustments. So the coach is like, hey, you ain't doing it right. I said, yeah, I get it. But I got here because of them, and I don't think I'm ready to move to that next step and just shut those people out just because those boxes didn't fit. However, on the other side of the 1 day bathroom, my boxes are very definitive. They're super defined to the point where if you don't fit in that box, you don't have the job. So I don't know you. I don't know what you can do. And this is what it is. And if you fit in here, great. If you don't, you're gone. Building that second business was a cake. It was cake. I studied it for a year because I really didn't understand it. I didn't understand marketing. That's why I bought that company too. I wanted to learn. It was an expensive lesson. I'm picking up from there. And the 1 day bathroom division, we now have 3 salesmen there. We have 3 installation crews. We're doing about 30 to 40 bathrooms a month. Our revenue for our first full year in effect is last February I started. Not this past year before, but this is my first year starting, from scratch. We'll do $4 million in our first year.
Wow, that is so impressive.
And now I know how to actually scale. I know how much money to put in to get the money out in the marketing. Once
Right.
you understand that, and I don't have it perfect, but I have enough where I know how to make money now.
Absolutely. And is that also in the Jersey area, the bathroom division?
That's Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and then we're going to be moving out to Florida soon, Cocoa Beach, with one of my friends that's been a custom builder out there. He's about to retire. I'm about to bring him out of retirement so we can have a lot of fun doing that. Because he flew up there, he saw me, he saw the patch. He goes, Sam, I'm bored. I said, good, I got a good job for you. I'm going to do that together with him. So I've been looking at properties to buy down there for myself as Airbnbs. I could use it when I'm not there. And then commercial properties I'm looking for as well for my space.
That's incredible. So where can people find you? I know you're very active on social media.
Yeah, so under Sam DeMaio, SAMDEMAIO on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and then also Showcase Remodels. Showcase Remodels is the main company, so you kind of find us there, and then you Google my name, and you'll see all the good stuff that we've done. We give away a bathroom to a veteran every year. This year we made it on Fox News, which is pretty cool. I'm also a part of Wigs and Wishes, which is a nonprofit for women with cancer. We were able to do over 27,000 wigs last year, so we're doing that. With my marketing company, what I did was we do small business, big heart. So all the businesses that I picked, so they're all good people. Every quarter, we try to do something back for the community.
That's amazing. I mean, it sounds like you've built, I mean, not only one, but two incredible businesses, and it seems like you're giving back as well. So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about. You really can't buy that. You really can't buy no money. Some of the faces on some of these kids and some of these women's, it's priceless.
Yeah. Oh, well, this has been so great. It's gone by so quick. Thank you so much for all of your great insight and stories and all of that. And everyone, please check out Sam's social media, check out the business website as well. And yeah, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe if you
Yeah.
love this podcast. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.